Good morning, everyone. My name is Petra KOUDELKOVÁ, and I am from Faculty of Social Sciences, Charles University from Prague. Today, I will speak about sustainability and responsibility in packaging industry. That means my paper called Eco-Friendly Packaging and its influence on purchasing decision process. Sustainability has been a phenomenon for several years, and it is based on economic, social, and environmental pillars. It's really crucial in the case of packaging management. Uh, Social responsibility and sustainability aren't new words in the management lexicon. In the last few years, we have lived in a world focused on these issues. People try to behave responsibly, whether toward the environment or towards other people. And they also demand this from companies. For example, relating to consumer behavior, more than 70% of Americans declared that they were in a support of environmental protection, and 49% said that they would avoid purchasing products that are potentially harmful to the environment. It's the research by Huber from the year 1991. The concept of sustainability was originally created in forestry, where it means never harvesting more than a forest will produce in the new stand. We are talking here about the theory of preservation of natural, culture, social and economical wealth for future generations. It's confirmed by many authors. It's clear that sustainability affects all three pillars, as I mentioned, that social, economic, and environmental pillar. The topic of packaging material is highly discussed within the ecological pillar. It's related to the growing amount of waste, etc. The most problematic material seems to be plastic, which at the end of its life often enters nature in the form of microplastic or macroplastic. Each year, it's estimated then that 90 million tons of plastic waste enters the world's oceans. Plastic waste damages not only oceans but also landscapes around us. In addition, microplastics pose an increasing health risk to humans due to consumption of polluted water or fish. More than 367 million tons of plastic are produced annually. For the above reason, new alternatives to packaging material are being sought. One of the possibilities is so-called bioplastic, which still has its limits, both at the beginning and at the end of its life, and similarly, paper is on it. The European Commission also responded to the issue of plastic, banning the production of disposable plastic in 2021. Unfortunately, replacing plastic packaging isn't easy because each alternative has its downside, whether we are talking about paper, glass, pure plastic, or cans. It's very important to assess the entire life cycle of the product, the so-called LCA. An interesting option may seem video packaging shopping, but even this isn't an ideal solution. One cannot forget that the main function of the packaging, which is to protect it from damage and facilitate transport. And then packaging is also important from a marketing point of view, when to communicate with the customer, carry a brand, and many others. We also could speak really briefly about factors influencing purchasing behavior of customer. In general, customer represent a key element for each campaign, which must be targeted to all businesses and marketing activities. Basic premise for adequate marketing decision is required correct understanding of human reaction on individual products, prices, and kind of communication. Therefore, it's necessary to monitor relationship between mall marketing suggestion and customer reaction. Behavior of customers in the consumer market is strongly influenced by various factors. Significant role in the decision-making process is actual impulse, which moves out the rational reason and gives priority to purchasing points. All impulsive buys are closely connected with emotional activities and cognitive learning, which lead to influencing behavior and positive decision for purchase. If this decision is linked with needs satisfying, customers get correct experience and move them to other potential customers with positive purchase references. We have also many interesting models for purchasing, but I think for us is much more important the rest of the paper. So let's talk about the methodology which was used in this paper. We have set one goal set, and the main goal is to find out whether the product package in environmental sustainable packaging influence customers' purchasing decision. Both qualitative and quantitative research methods were used in this study. In quantitative research, we have conducted an online opinion research among customers. There were 288 responses, mixed gender and age groups and ethnicity. Respondents were people living or staying longer time in the Czech Republic. For data analysis, we have used software SPSS statistic. Concerning qualitative research, we have conducted 15 individual deep interviews with customers, randomly selected students, workers, pensioners, and mixed gender again. The respondents were from 4 regions of Czech Republic, like Prague, Brno, Ostrava, and Pilsner, because these cities are the biggest and most important, economically important. The qualitative research helped us to get the insight and draft the later quantitative questionnaire. Longfield says that individual deep interviews is a method of gathering information from individuals about their behavior, opinions, feelings, and experience, and that is what we need. We need to know their opinions, feelings, and experience. Here you can see our research questions. The first one, what material do customers consider most sustainable? The second one, do customers prefer eco-friendly packaging products? And research question number 2A, which factors could influence the decision to purchase the product in eco-friendly packaging? And here you can see research results for the quantitative part. What is interesting here in the graph? Just a moment. Here in the graph, in the figure, you can see that only 33% respondents declare that yes, yes, The eco-friendly packaging is a very important thing for that decision-making process. For 36%, it's important that the packaging doesn't increase the final price of the product, and 30% of respondents don't find out if the products are in eco-friendly packaging or not. And this is here in the figure. We also ask what eco-friendly packagings means to them, how do they judge it, and a response should take one or more options. And here you can see the most of the answers. What eco-friendly packaging means to them, because it's recycled or recyclable. Because it's written on it. That means like the declaration claim is written on the packaging. Then they make a decision according to the color, because they think that products in green and brown packaging is really ecological. Then the product has some certificate label, or it doesn't contain PBA and other forbidden substances. And the next one or last one, it isn't toxic. Next, very interesting point is the question: what packaging material do you perceive as the most ecological? We think, or the respondents think, that most ecological material is paper. On the second place is glass. It's with 65%, and then plastic is the third place with 14.50%. On the fourth place is Tetra Pak, and the last one are other materials. They have only 2.80%, really low number. And here you can see research results. Here we can discuss the qualitative part, and 15 respondents participate in individual deep interviews, and in this case our interviews followed the questionnaire survey and deepened the knowledge gained from quantitative research. Respondents declared that they prefer recycled packaging. They find them more environmental friendly. The interviews showed that the respondents aren't very interested in what material packaging was made of. They are more often interested in which container they belong to. They give a lot of to the first impression and the visual appearance of the product when shopping, as I mentioned before. Results again, and our results correspond to the research results of Nguyen from the year 2019. Customers rarely find information about the composition and type of material. It's because the information that the company publishes is either very vague or unsubstantiated. Sometimes it's very difficult for them to get the right information. The cause seems to be slow mobile data or slow Wi-Fi in the store. And if we are talking about the most ecological material, then glass and paper clearly lead, as this statement prove. The last set of questions related to the price, and price is a very important factor for a significant group of respondents. It can only be insignificant for a limited part of customers. So there are big parts of the interview, and here you can see a few answers of our respondents. So what we know, so this study focused on eco-friendly packaging and its influence during the decision-making process. Knowledge about it's important for marketers as well as managers setting prices. Yeah. The results show that eco-friendly packaging has a certain role in this process. This is something that manufacturers can take into account when it comes to preparing an eco-friendly packaging. We had 3 research questions. The first one, what material do customers consider most sustainable? As the results show, many respondents believe that the most environmental friendly packaging material is paper and then glass, then plastic and other material. Unfortunately, they often fail to substantiate their claims and cannot link them to LCA. Purchase of products in eco-friendly packaging is strongly influenced by price. Most respondents show increased sensitivity to price. Yeah. So therefore, the response to research question number 2 is much more complex. Yeah. Furthermore, the paper is interested in factors increasing the possibility of buying the product in eco-friendly packaging. That's the research question number 2A, which factors could influence the decision to purchase the product in eco-friendly packaging. The possibility of purchase also increases the ecological product design, color of the package, the certificate label on the packaging, or information about recyclability possibilities. Consumers are concerned with the disposal issue of packaging materials, much more with information about used materials. They also lack a simple instruction on where to throw the packaging at the end of its life. Furthermore, the results show that 2 of 3 dimensions presented by Nguyen in 2019 in his research are crucial for customers when considering their purchase, and this is packaging material and market appeal. And that's